Okay, so let's start out with some of the main bugs, right? The ones people are noticing right away. Now, thankfully, I think one of these was actually already fixed. So like, if you guys can fix one, why don't you fix the rest? The first one I experienced myself, and some people are still getting to this day. You go to launch the game and you can't. It says you're not connected to BattleNet. When you're connected to BattleNet, they don't care. You can't get in. Basic server error, which is really weird because all of these different server pings, these different connections, they worked before. So why are they broke now? Now, we have asked some of the people in our community to submit some proof, right? Because not everybody's experiencing the same problems, which somehow makes it even more frustrating, I suppose. So this right here is one of the errors people are seeing when they go to connect to a game they have been playing fine for years. Keep in mind, these problems have happened before. These problems have happened many times before. Every 3 to 4 years, there's a big update, and it's like they don't test it. I don't understand why the developers are going to put all this time and effort into remaking the entire game's UI, try to change the functionality of the game for the better, and then not test it. Like, how do you guys not go in and just get some people down? Test the actual upgrades you're making. So this here is one of the errors right here. This is this is kind of a funny one to me, but it says there was an error in handling the requests. Please check your VPN. Now you guys might ask, well, that doesn't seem too crazy. A lot of games don't want you to play with VPN. Except all the people who got this error didn't have a VPN at all. They couldn't play for days. They couldn't log in. They couldn't submit help requests. Nothing. So that's one of the smaller ones. I apologize, guys. We don't have a fix for that one at this time. Hopefully Blizzard gets around and, takes care of the game. We're hoping. All right, so this next problem here, we're starting up a game. This is online with just a bot, just to show you. This is a game that many, many, many people play, right? This is a very popular game that is basically unplayable at this point. So regardless of what you type in, there's different game modes you can use for this one, but there's a huge problem. Now, first off, if you look, there's supposed to be a guy here. This is called your builder. Pretty important for a tower defense. And these right here are the buildings that you use to send units, upgrade, do everything. And then let's check this next one out. Yeah, there's supposed to be a building there. Gold's gone, units there, game is completely broken. Those are actual buildings to use to play the entire game. Without those buildings, without those units, without any of that stuff, you literally cannot play this map. Now, I know you guys are thinking, okay, it's one map, but it's not just one. There are thousands and thousands of maps affected by this right now. Probably more than that, probably tens of thousands without exaggerating. What does a developer have to do when this happens? Well, we happen to have some pretty good developers on our team. So after a brief conversation and explanation, here's what they have to do. First off, they have to go and read through all of the patch notes, hoping that there's some clue in there as to what caused this absolute failure of this map that's been working fine for years. Now, the next steps, due to the sloppy or missing patch notes, they have to sit there for hours testing, trial and error, trying to fix each individual thing because there's no actual explanation or reason why this is broken in the first place. So if they happen to have some patch notes that might help them out, that's fantastic. Maybe they get lucky and one of the lines in there explains why the code of the game that has been the same or should have been the same for the last 20 years now just doesn't work. Paths are broken, images are broken, models no longer link up the way they're supposed to. So now what if you have a map that hundreds and hundreds of people love to play, but the developer, for whatever reason, is no longer around? Blizzard's not going to help with that. They have no interest in helping with the custom games community, which is a huge portion of the people who still play this game. I would argue it's probably one of the biggest reasons why they still do any updates at all on this game. Now, one thing we're actually going to talk about that apparently somehow got fixed today without any updates, which I'm not sure how that works. But anyways, there was this huge problem for the last few days. When you go to exit a game, the entire game would just completely close out. Now, normally when you exit a game, you have a menu that shows stats, allows you to exit the game or save the game or whatever, but before it would just completely close out. Now, there's a lot of reports of people in the middle of a game playing, and all of a sudden their ping spikes really high, and they just get dropped from the game. Now, when they get dropped from the game, they don't get a message. The entire game just closes. So that one's still kicking around. I've experienced that one a few times myself. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording for that one. But now we're going to move on to one of the biggest game-breaking bugs, period. All right, so this majorly game-breaking bug, I'm going to show it to you here. So we'll speed up. So we set up a test lobby. Now, this does work with every single map we've tried. So it doesn't matter which map it is. If you're in the lobby, it happens. The problem is the lobby glitching out to the point where you cannot start the game. So, oh look, we have somebody spamming in chat, but didn't seem to do anything. Not a big issue, because you'll notice the characters stop right here before the end of the chat bar. Now what happens if they stop after? Let me show you. Oh, well, that's weird. Let me click the start button. Oh, I can't. Why can't I click the start button? Because the entire lobby is broken because one line of chat simply went past the text bar. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, yesterday, there was at least one person going around with 3 different accounts. He had copy pasted something that was just past that limit. He was purposely going to every single lobby and spamming just like this. That instantly glitched out every single lobby. So once the lobby's glitched out, what do? Well, the person who's hosting, they can't rehost again until they restart the entire game. Now, as soon as they rehost that game, that guy would rejoin again, spam the same thing, glitch the whole lobby. It was taking people 30 to 40 minutes to try to ban him before he could type. Like, this is a huge problem that somebody can join the game with you and up to 20 other people in it, right? Type out one thing and now nobody can play. Complete an utter waste of time. Now, I know some people would argue gaming's a waste of time anyways, but you got to understand, a lot of the people playing these games, this is their stress relief. This is their me time, or whatever you want to call it. It's the time of day where they can focus on a game for 30 minutes to an hour and not worry about all the other stuff going on and just relax. So to some people, it's a lot more important than just a game. So here's where I have the good news. Our resident developer, Xander, has come up with a way to fix this issue. Now, real quick, I'm going to walk you guys through it, but first, I need to ask this question. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why does Blizzard hate Warcraft 3? A huge portion of the player base is currently gone because they can't play, or the maps that they play are completely destroyed over an update. Like, I don't understand. Put some effort into this, guys. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. All right, so if you go down here to the cogwheel, what you're going to do first, you're going to click Show and Explore. If you don't know where the install file is, this is the fastest way to get to it. Once you're in the install file, you're going to go to Retail. You're going to open up Web UI. Now, if you do not have this file, it's okay. Just create a new folder and name it Web UI, all lowercase. Then you're going to copy and paste in this file called Glue Manager. Now, this isn't going to stop the lobby from actually getting all messed up, but it's going to allow it to where even if it gets messed up, when you're ready, you can still click the start button and play the actual game. All right, just for those curious, I'm going to go ahead and show right here. This right here is the actual code that's inside of this file. Feel free to check it out yourself, get it verified, validated before you copy it in. Don't trust anybody on the internet. But this does solve the problem for now. It's a temporary fix. All right, guys. So with all of that said, here's what I need you to do. First off, if you guys have any other glitches that I didn't cover, make sure to post them down in the comments below. Maybe there's a chance we can help you guys with that. Maybe there's a fix we can find to make your lives a little easier so you can play the game. But the next thing you guys can do to help, seriously, this is important. Like, share, and comment. We need this video to get out there. We need Blizzard to see these problems that we're having right now. We need them to know that this is a problem for thousands and thousands of people who have bought and supported their products over the years. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like gaming or Risk or Warcraft 3 or any of it, or want to see updates on this story, make sure to subscribe, hit the button down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.